Men are pretty simple creatures, and there are certain things that women can do that will make them irresistible to men. Today, we will be revealing some of the habits that will make any man obsess over you. We will be using a little bit of psychology to help us out, and trust us, picking up some of these 10 habits is going to change your dating life forever. So make sure to give the information in this video your full attention. If you're new here, subscribe for more social psychology videos and leave a comment below saying, "I subscribed." We'll try our best to reply to as many comments as possible. Let's start. Number 10. Making him feel special. It doesn't really take a lot of effort to make a man feel special. All you really have to do is acknowledge his efforts when he tries, compliment him from time to time, and always make him feel appreciated. There's nothing a man loves more than getting a confidence boost, and if you're the source of all that confidence, you will be irresistible to him. Just remember this, men like to feel loved. They don't often admit it, but it's true. The best way that you can make your man feel special and loved is to make an effort to understand him. Find out what some of his likes and dislikes are, and always let him know that you appreciate him. Number 9. Not holding grudges. Getting into arguments is normal in almost every relationship. You don't always have to be lovey-dovey with your partner, but it's important to remember that you shouldn't hold grudges. You have to learn to let certain things go and move on. Keeping score, holding grudges, and arguing for the sake of arguing is like kryptonite to most men. Instead of doing that, you can try to keep some of your arguments short. Try to listen to his side of things as well, and let him know that you're not being unreasonable. If you're more understanding of him, you'll be the kind of person that your man simply wouldn't want to lose. Not a lot of people are willing to admit that they're wrong, or even willing to listen to the other side of the story. Number 8. Showing authority. When you're in a relationship or trying to get into one, you never want to be the side character. The role of a submissive partner in a relationship is so 1950s, and believe it or not, men will actually respect your authority if you show it. Be the lawmaker of the house. You're the one who sets the rules, and he's the one who follows them. Of course, this won't be the same for everyone, but it's a change in pace from traditional roles, and men actually like women who break the rules. In all honesty, men have been the authority figures for too long. Taking over as the authority figure will take some of the weight off his back, and whether men like to admit it or not, they think authority is hot. Number 7. Make him feel needed. Psychologically, men have a strong desire to feel needed. This might stem from patriarchal standards, but if your goal is to make someone obsess over you, you might as well use it to your advantage. Even if you ask a man to do basic things like open up a bottle cap or lift something that's heavy, it'll sort of trigger something inside them and make them feel competent. Men crave that feeling all the time. It makes them feel more masculine and capable. That's the whole point of making men feel needed. When you give in to some of the feelings they crave, they start to associate you with those feelings. Ultimately, they start to desire you over everything else. Number 6. Acknowledge his feelings. Men don't typically talk about their feelings, but that doesn't mean they don't want to. There are certain societal expectations for men to suppress or hide their feelings, but if you're ever there for them, they will appreciate it more than you think. There are a few ways you can go about this. For starters, you can just pick up on certain cues. Try to understand if they're upset and why they're upset. If you can recognize that without needing them to say anything, they'll know you're a keeper. But aside from that, you can always ask them if they're upset. Many men won't speak up if they're not asked to speak up. This way, they'll feel more comfortable opening up to you more, and overall, they'll simply appreciate you more. Number 5. Being playful. You know what's really attractive to men? A girl that doesn't take herself too seriously. Keeping a relationship fun is one way of making sure that your man is going to enjoy your company. You should always try to play around, make jokes, and simply try to have fun whenever you can. Be the life of the party. Playful women sort of ooze this sense of confidence that men constantly obsess over. If you're seeking a certain someone's attention, just crack a few jokes to get the conversation started and see where it goes from there. Yes, you can still be serious from time to time, but try to be playful and fun as much as possible. We can almost guarantee you that men won't be able to resist it. Number 4. Dress to the nines. Sometimes men really like it when you try to get their attention. A lot of men these days are dying for a signal, and the best way to give that signal is to always dress to impress. This is especially true if you're specifically going to meet someone special. Not only will you look gorgeous, which is always a plus, but you'll also show that you made an effort to look nice for them. As we mentioned before, men love it when you make them feel special. On top of that, men will always have a good impression of you if you're well dressed all the time. Bonus tip: if a guy ever tells you that he's into a certain kind of look, go for it. There's probably no better way to truly win his heart. Number 3. Don't overdo it. Be subtle about it. One easy way to make a man lose interest in you is by being overbearing. You want the man to be obsessed with you, and in order to do that, you have to be a little subtle about your desire for the man. This is a clever bit of advice that a lot of women seem to miss. No, this doesn't mean you need to play hard to get and ignore him. All it means is that you need to drop subtle hints here and there that you like him. Even if you're already in a relationship with someone, try to keep things mysterious. Men love solving mysteries, especially if it's related to a woman. Being subtle about your needs, desires, and feelings makes sure that there's always that aspect of mystery, and on top of that, you don't come off as too needy. Number 2. Being an equal partner. Even though we already talked about making your man feel needed, being an authority figure, and more. But there's one thing that's more important than all of that: being an equal partner. Nobody's perfect, which is why you should try to be the missing puzzle piece for your man, and vice versa. Make up for some of his faults with your own abilities, and he can do the same for you. This creates a sort of mutual bond that most couples can only dream of, and whether you're a man or a woman, it's an amazing feeling. This is perhaps the healthiest and most moral way of making a man obsess over you, and to make things better, you get equal benefits from it. Number 1. Being yourself. And finally, the most important way that you can make a man obsess over you is simply by being yourself. Self-love is extremely important in every situation, and if you want to make a man fall in love with you, you have to make sure that it's with the true you. Positivity aside, men actually really like women that don't try to be someone they're not. Being yourself shows off that you're confident. It also shows that you're comfortable around the guy you're trying to impress. In turn, it also allows the guy to be more comfortable around you. Don't ever have anything to hide. If you need to change yourself for someone, that person probably wasn't worth it in the first place. Final thoughts. Now that we've gone through almost everything that can make a man obsess over you, there are a few things we still have to talk about. First, you have to understand that every man is different. Specific tips might work with some men, but not with others. Also, as much as society loves to tell us otherwise, men aren't psychologically that different from women. Sometimes men will like you for the same reasons you would like a man. Another word of advice we can give you is to not be manipulative with any of the approaches we've mentioned, for obvious reasons, of course. Always be respectful, kind, and gentle when you're trying to impress anyone, even if you're not doing it for romantic purposes. With all that said, you should definitely try to pick up some of these habits and try your luck. That's a wrap for this video. Do you already have any of these habits? Let us know in the comments below. Now you need to watch the recommended video that you see on the screen right now. It will show you 11 behaviors that make most men lose interest. Make sure to watch it now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.